Hello everyone and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how I set up my bullet journal for August 2025, and as you can probably guess from all of the decoration around, this is gonna be Stray Kids themed. First I'm gonna get more into all of the theming process, etc. First I want to show you all of the supplies I used. I have some different colored pens and then also washi tape. Then I also got some washi tape with the skazoos. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Skazoos. If you know it better, let me know. Then what you just saw is sticker sheets for all of the members, then some skazoo sticker sheets, and then I also printed some stickers myself because I just have like my starting page is this one where I'm writing on right now, and the left side was just empty, so I decided to look for some cute pictures of all of the members, and I just printed them on sticker paper and cut them real quick in my Cricut just so this page isn't empty. And look at this washi tape with all of the skazoos. Like I said, not really sure about the pronunciation. I'm gonna stick to skazoo for now. But I think it looks so cute. I really like it a lot. But the this washi tape is also a little bit the reason why this video is uploaded a bit late, because it's already August 3rd when I'm recording this voiceover, and I hope this is also the day where I uploaded it, otherwise it's gonna be tomorrow. But I ordered that, and it was already marked to arrive in August, so I was a bit optimistic about that, but I really loved it and I wanted to have it for the setup. And I hope that the delivery would be a little bit faster because it's inside of the EU. But it was a little bit faster than anticipated, but it was still quite slow, so I had to push the setup back, and then I have other stuff happening in my life, so I'm kind of late. But I hope you still enjoy it, because I didn't want to push like the setup back to September, because August is the perfect month to do it. First of all, I went to the Stray Kids concert in Frankfurt in July, and I loved them before. I mean, that's why I went to that concert and I really wanted to go. I was so disappointed because we didn't get any pit tickets, and I really wanted to have some, but once it was our turn to choose tickets, it was all already gone. So maybe next time, hopefully they will come back, maybe next time. Then I was kind of, standing tickets, they are quite far in the back and I won't be able to see anything. I already have my concert shoes and I'm not small, but when you're so far in the back, like people holding up their phones and just tall people in between, makes it kind of hard to see, and I was kind of disappointed because usually I really like to stand in the front and at any concert, but yeah, we still decided to go, and it was such a good idea. I would have been devastated if I wouldn't have been there, and if I saw all of the videos and knew I would have had the chance to be there, and I decided against it. So we went. It was amazing. One of the best concerts ever. If you didn't get the chance to go there this time, I hope they will come back soon, and I hope all of you will get the chance to see that, because that was peak performing. Even my boyfriend has a lot of Stray Kids stuff now on his For You page, and he let all of their names. So yeah, I'm gonna make him stay. I hope he's gonna watch this video, and just so you know, you're gonna be stay. And then just to get back to topic, why this was why this was the perfect theme to do for August. Of course, because Stay's birthday is on August 1st, which I also wrote on in the calendar, because that's important. And then I also marked the 22nd because that's when the new album is coming. And so I didn't want to push it to another month because there's no other month that's more perfect to use this theme. And then we got started on the stickers, and for the first setup for my monthly log, I decided to go with Bangchan because he's the leader, so he's gonna get the first page. And I really, really love these stickers, and I'm also gonna link everything that I got for this setup in the description below, so you can get it if you like it. And I really like the designs on especially the Bangchan sticker sheet. The cutting was a bit off. Like you can see the red pinkish ribbon in the top right corner, and there were two of them, but one of them I just couldn't get off the sticker sheet in one piece, so that ripped. I couldn't use that. And like in general, that sticker sheet was it was all dusty and so on, so I think something with cutting went wrong. It was better on all of the other sticker sheets, it wasn't just really that great on the Bangchan sticker sheet. Like there were some minor things on other sticker sheets for Hyunjin, for example. Like it has their names in the top of the sticker, like at the top of the sticker sheet, as you can see. And they are also stickers you can use. But for Hyunjin, his last name was like the cutting was off, so the H was not part of the sticker anymore because it was just moved to the right. And not for all of the stickers on the sticker sheet, just for his last name. But yeah, that's fine. I didn't use it anyways, so I didn't miss it. But here and there were some hiccups, but I really love them. They stick pretty well, and I think they add so much to that bullet journal setup. Like I love it so much. This is kind of a different style than I usually do, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I like to try something new, and I love my setup for this month a lot. Next up is my finance page. I actually forgot to add all of the titles for the individual tables. I did that later on, but I'm gonna explain to you what this setup is supposed to do for now, and you're gonna see the titles later on. But the first table is my income. So like what I make through my small business, through my corporate job and so on, goes at the top, so I know how much money I have throughout the month. Underneath that we have my fixed costs, so my insurance, my rent, any type of a subscription, etc. goes in there. And the last table on the left side is all of my savings, so everything that goes into my savings plan, like my fixed savings that I decided on, and then also things like my savings monopoly, for example, where I roll the dice every week and save that. If you want a bit more on that, you can check out the video. I'm gonna link it at the top of the screen, so you can check it out. That was my yearly or my half-yearly setup for the second half of the year, and I explained a bit more what my savings monopoly is because it's part of that setup, so go ahead and check it out. And on the left side I added a big table for everything else that I spend money on. So if it's food, if it's anything I just want to have, if it's anything, for example, for presents, for birthdays, etc., like all that stuff just goes in there. Like everything that doesn't fit the other three tables, pretty much. Then I added some stickers again. And honestly, I think just from the SOSO design, just like in general, the SOSOs I like Sumin's the most. It's just really cute. The puppy. I really like that one. I also ordered a puppy M, so I hope that comes in soon. next up is my habit tracker and my social media tracker. Usually those pages turn out to be my favorites. So I decided to use the Hyunjin stickers on that because, as you can probably guess from all of, like the SOSO and the photo card next to my bullet journal, he's my bias. So I decided to use his stickers on these pages. For the habits themselves, nothing really changed from the last bullet journal setup, like for last month. So like before, I wanna track my vitamin C. That's wrong. It's supposed to be vitamin D. Gotta fix that. Good that I see it now. So yeah, I wanna track my vitamin D, my workout, that I work on my small business, hopefully every single day, my reading, stretching, having a clean home, which just means that I put away stuff and not let it lay around the house and get all messy. Not spending any money, skincare in the mornings and the evenings, eating clean, sleeping on time, drinking enough water, journaling, and doing my mini workout. And that's the only difference to the last month, because there it was my morning workout, because I like to do that in the morning. But since my boyfriend is now joining in, and he usually I usually wake up earlier, and but he wants to join in, we usually move that to the evenings before we go to bed. And I gotta say, just again, that I really love the designs of these stickers, because like you can see the love that went into those designs, because you don't like for example here for Hyunjin, you don't only have his SOSO, but you also have like the dumpling and so on, and the roses. I really like that. And what I also really like is that for a lot of the members, he have a lot of their quotes, and I think it's just really thought through. I know that these are actually meant to be used for top loaders, but I think they work really well for bullet journals as well. On the other page, we have my social media tracker, and that one is pretty simple. I just mark off any day where I post something on either TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Instagram post, YouTube Shorts, or a long form video on YouTube. And then I also write down like just one letter to know what type of content it was. So if it was bullet journal themed, then I'm gonna mark down a B. If it's cosplay themed, I'm gonna mark down a C. If it's small business themed, like if I for example make some marketing stuff for my stickers, I'm gonna mark down an S, and so on, just so I know what I posted. And then I also just look at the way it performs throughout a couple of days. Especially for YouTube, it always takes a few days to pick up. And then I also just use some arrows to mark down for my feeling if it worked well, like if it performed well, or if it didn't. And that's also kind of depending on the platform. Like for example, on Instagram, it performs, for me personally, it performs good, but with less views and likes than it does on YouTube or TikTok. So just it's just my subjective understanding of the performance, just so I know what performs well and what doesn't, and maybe what days also perform well and what days don't. I don't know if I can actually have some takeaways from that in the end, but that's the idea. So maybe I will monitor that for a few months and see if that helps. On the next page, we have my sleeping tracker and my memories page. So for my sleep tracker, I just mark off the hours I slept throughout the night. Then I also have this fitness tracker that I also wear while sleeping, and it rates my sleep, like how well I slept. And I just write that down as well. And for my memories page, this is just a page where I can clue in anything or write down anything that happened that month, just so, yeah, I can just go back and be reminded of that. And I think this page is one of my favorites for this month. I did notice that I tend to like the yellow setups, which is weird. Like, I like the yellow and the green setups. Green is my favorite color, so that makes sense. But I also somehow really like yellow setups. So I think it's mostly that. But yeah, I really enjoy the setup. And while I'm finishing that, I also want to talk about my nails, honestly. Because like it's been a while since I had my nails done, because like my nail technician, nail artist, don't really know what that profession is called. But yeah, she got sick, and then the shop didn't really pick up doing nails anymore. So, and like I couldn't find a nail salon that I really liked. So I just got rid of them for the time being. And now one of my friends, she recommended another nail salon. And I just thought, yeah, why not? Let's try it out. And I really like the results, so I'm probably going to go there again. But yeah, it's nice to have pretty nails again. I think that does so much. It gives so much confidence to have pretty nails. Even if it's a small detail, I think it does a lot. And now I also have my ASMR toy again. Some ASMR for you. Moving on to my weeklies, just a little disclaimer. I did show the first 2 weeks like in full length, but I cut down the last 2 weeks and just moved to where I place all of the stickers, because the weekly setup is just the same for every week, because that works. And it also gives me the freedom to kind of freely put some washi tape and stickers without having no space to write on. Except for the first week, I kind of messed up there for the task and the post section, because the washi tape was way too big. And then I also added stickers, so I'm gonna have to be a bit creative where I write down my posts and my tasks. I did take more care of that for the other weeks, but it's gonna be fine. The tasks and post section is just in general. For the tasks, I just write down whatever is most important for me personally to be like that I want to get done within that week. And then I can go ahead and see on what days I can get it done. But this is just kind of my to-do list. And for the posts, I write down what content exactly I want to post for that week. Yeah, and that sticker here with the heart was kind of a mistake, because I know I don't have any room for my posts. I'm probably just gonna have to write really small. And also, I'm really curious, so please let me know who your bias is in the comments below. Mine is, like I said before, Hyunjin. But honestly, I'm also just kind of OT8, because they're all awesome. for the next week we have but actually not a lot to say here because the setup is pretty much exactly the same as the week before. But this time I did take a bit more care of where I put the washi tapes and all of the stickers, so I still have room to write stuff down. And maybe you can also let me know what your first song was you consciously listened to from Stray Kids that kind of started you going down that rabbit hole. For me, I think it was Maniac. I really like Maniac. Actually, because I loved it so much, I actually managed to get it into a musical group that I was part of, and we did a dance cover in one of our performances. And I taught everyone the choreography, just like part of it. We didn't perform everything, but like half of the song. But I think if I would have to think about a favorite song right now, Maniac is definitely up there, but oh damn, why am I asking myself hard questions? But my favorite song right now, I think I have a top 3. I think it's Jam, Blind Spot, and Hold My Hand. And I think Hannes my bias right now, now that I think about it.
I'm going turning, keep holding me down. Yeah. 수면위로 비추는 이 세상을 봐. No. You can never know that. 너도 알잖아. 하늘은 언제나 열려있지. 왜 올려다보질 못해. 앞에만 보게. 하늘은 언제나 너의 등 뒤에. 이를 덮은 검은 거울에들이 나오래요. 마치 물을 삼킨 듯 답답한 속감정은 나를 대변하는 듯 작은 출렁임에도 어쩔 줄은 몰라 해요. 결의 모습 한편에 여사가 전환돼서 얼른 검은 곰팡이가 피어나요. 별수까지 뿌리 내려버린 대로 걷어내야 죄는 마주워 별을 그거 내려봐라 괴로워 이건 너잘 캐러 슬픈 꽃이 겨눠 가까이 키키 나를 대변해 내 모습 소환하는 듯한 감정은 불을 부르면서 감각성의 꽃이 담은 마음 어린 검은 그릇 사이로 yeah 빛을 뻗는 고리들 No, 그날의 수많은 밤들 Yeah, 별의 스틸에 비추지 널 No, 나의 감각이 또다지지 않게 나가 돌아당겨 가라져 더 하루 더 하루가 더지 나가 더 옆에 Up and down 내 기분은 언제나 뭔가 날 노래 이젠 그만해 가져가고 똑같은 나도 보내 이겨내야지 all day 이겨내야지 all day 사람 사는 거 다 똑같은 거 빌려지 그린 all day 오늘은 꿈이 바다와 같아 깊은 더 금이 흐릿해진 시야 사이로 비춘 불빛은 붉게 물들어 검은 그릇 사이로 Yeah 빛을 뻗는 고리들 No 그날의 수많은 밤들 Yeah 별의 스틸에 비추지 널 No 오늘은 금이 바다와 같아 깊은 더 금이 흐릿해진 시야 사이로 비춘 불빛은 붉게 물들어 no Spread out 널만 전부 내요 Spread out 널만 뱉어 내요 세상 간에 너를 너 세상 간에 너를 검은 그릇 사이로 Yeah 빛을 뻗는 고리들 No 그날의 수많은 밤들 Yeah 별의 스틸에 비추지 널 No
And for the next week, like I said, I just skipped all of the basic setup stuff because it's exactly the same. But here it's now time for Changmin. And I kind of messed up with his name, with the stickers in the beginning. Because like for other names, I started in the back, so I made sure that I had enough space. And I was kind of sure that I would have enough space, and I started at the beginning of his name, and then I had to glue like one sticker on his kazoo, which is really sad. And I tried to get them off again, but the one that I put on the sticker was really tight on there, so gotta live with that.
yeah, yeah. 네가 좋아하던 와인과 선물을 준비했겠지. 기뻐할 너를 상상하며 근데 왜 이런 생각을 하면서 너를 추억만 하게 된 건지 yeah. 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 끝난 건지 너를 기억하면 난 가슴이 아파와 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아. 그날의 나는 내게 너무 낯설었겠지. 내 맘과 다르게 너에게 상처를 줬으니 사랑한다는 말로도 부족했던 너에게 내가 너무 잘못한 것 같아. 너와 나의 다른 생각이 결국엔 우리를 서로 갈라서게 만들었어. 근데 왜 이런 얘기를 하게 된 건지 난 모르겠어.
And now moving on to the last page, which is IN. And I really like this color scheme for his stickers. I like the dark red and everything. I think it's kind of really soothing, that setup.
다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아. 말은 해줘야 하는데 내 마음 변하지 않았다고. 모든 게 오해야. 내 얘기를 들어주길 바래. 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 끝난 건지 너를 기억하면 난 가슴이 아파와. 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아. 어쩌다 너와 나 왜 이렇게 된 건지 시간이 지날수록 네가 보고 싶어. 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아.
And then I went back to the front, and from every sticker sheet I saved one SOSO sticker, just to make sure that it's not that empty in the front, because that's not really my style. There was a lot of blank space. I didn't really like that, so I thought that was a good way to fill it in a little bit more. And with that, my setup is completed. Here's my final flip through. I hope you really liked this one. If you did, please leave a like and maybe even consider subscribing to my channel. This way you won't miss any of my other setups. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Until then, I hope you have a great life. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!